Hello everybody, today's video is about my travel to the Miniature Wonderland in Hamburg, Germany. The trip started at Mannheim Hauptbahnhof and from there I traveled to Hamburg with the ICE 4. And I had the opportunity to test the restaurant which is on the train for the first time, since I normally don't travel that much by train. But my thought was, when I go to the biggest model railroad in the world, then I have to travel by train. But the train was pretty empty, only around 20% of all seats were taken, but the train was punctual on the way to Hamburg, as well as on the way back on the next day. On the way home, the train was able to catch up a small delay after the first station. And now about the food in the restaurant. The food was surprisingly cheap. I paid around €6 for my chili con carne, and I also bought apple juice. The taste of the food was pretty good, but not as good as something you would get in a real restaurant, but still better than something you would get at a train station or, for example, in an airplane. In Hamburg I stayed at the Novum Hotel Holstenwall, which was overall a pretty nice hotel. I paid around €80 for the night. The hotel also is close to the St.Pauli football stadium, so if you're a football fan, you may also could consider this hotel as a place to stay. In the evening I participated in a harbour trip, which was pretty nice. We were able to get really close to the cargo ships. After the harbour trip I decided to go and eat something. I haven't recorded anything of that, but after going out I decided to go over the Reeperbahn. But since I had been there during the week, there weren't that many people, but the people which were there were either homeless people or women which sold special services. But I didn't want to stay there for too long, since I wanted to wake up early in the morning at the next day, since I wanted to visit the Miniature Wonderland. At the next day we had surprisingly good weather with a little bit of sunshine, and I booked the ticket for the Miniature Wonderland online a few days prior to my travel, which had the benefit of being able to walk into the Miniature Wonderland without a queue. Inside the Miniature Wonderland you will be greeted by a Helene Fischer concert, which is there on display. And after that, the first area you will visit will be Italy, which is shown with a really high level of detail. And you will also learn your first lesson for the Miniature Wonderland. You really need to take your time. The more time you will invest looking around, the more things you will discover, which will result in you spending even more time there. After visiting Italy, you will go to Switzerland, and after that you will visit the Knuffingen airport, which is, as far as I am informed, a model of the Hamburg airport. You can spend a lot of time there just watching the planes starting and landing. The areas Knuffingen and Middle Germany were my favorite parts, because you were able to have a really nice look at the model trains and you could look after them for a really long time, which, for example, wasn't given in Switzerland. after that we go to the US, where you can see the Grand Canyon, the Rocky Mountains and Las Vegas, as well as a model of the Kennedy Space Center. Special about Scandinavia is the water tank there, where remote controlled ships are traveling around. Now I will leave you alone for a little bit and I will come back at the end of the video. that you liked the impressions from the small trip, and thank you for watching. I still have video material which I collected over the last few years, which I could use to make another few videos, but in some cases the quality of that footage isn't that good since I just got my camera back then. You will have to let me know if you would be interested in seeing more of my travels. I also created a German version of this video, so if you are interested in that for whatever reason, then I will link it in the video description, and otherwise I would be happy if you would join me again in the future, and I see you the next time. Bye bye.